Hello and welcome. My name is Samantha Francis, FemmePOWER Educator, and today I want to talk about something that I see occur with so many clients and also myself. So when I work with women, we essentially are working together to create change in their lives. We're working together to change their story. We're working together to change their habits, change their behavior. Essentially, it's all about change. But what not a lot of people talk about or recognize or even understand is for us to change, it requires an awful lot of energy and effort and determination. And that will often impact the body. So, if I give you an example of something that used to affect me many, many years ago that I actually caught on to and recognized, luckily, in regards to how the body reflects the mind. Okay, so when I used to exercise, and again, this was many, many moons ago, where I was exercising not from a space of, I want to move my body, I want to feel good, it was more of a space of, I'm not enough, I have to lose more weight, I have to push, it was very masculine, it was very wounded, it was very not for my highest good, basically. So the intention was all wrong anyway, but I used to notice this particular thing used to happen. So I didn't enjoy exercising, and I believe a big reason for that was because the intention was never in the right place anyway. But I would always recognize that I would think, right, okay, it's coming up to a certain period of time. That time is usually my workout time because I would work out from home. I'd never go to the gym. The gym just wasn't my place. And then I would sit there and I would bring awareness or have awareness around what my thoughts were, which was, I don't actually want to do this. I'm sure you can recognize how our brains can almost go into this space of convincing you that you don't need to do it, convincing you to stay put, stay on the sofa, it's warm, it's comfortable. You don't want to go all the way over there to the TV, that's less than a meter away. You don't want to click play, just sit there, just keep eating the crisps, keep, drinking the whatever it is you're drinking that maybe isn't great for you, like Coke or whatever, keep doing those things. And you start to feel resistance. Okay, so it's like you're knowing in your mind, it's like, okay, I've got to do this workout now, but your brain kicks in to say, actually, no, you don't. You don't really want to either, do you? Now, there's a big difference in knowing that you're doing something that's creating change and staying disciplined with it, and actually doing something that's completely out of alignment. So that's for another discussion. But I'm referring to when we're creating change because we know we need to create the change, we want to create the change. It's just a case of going through the motions of creating the change. That's like the scary, uncomfortable in between part. So my brain would kick off and all these things would start coming in my head and thinking, oh God, can I be bothered? All of these things. And I'm sure you can resonate with it. And then the brain would quieten. Okay. So these thoughts would kind of dissipate a little bit. And then I noticed something else. And this was the thing that made me realize so much about myself. So my body would start to ache, like physically ache, like when you have a really bad case of the flu where your muscles are sore, you feel like your joints are sore, like your body's just kind of like surrendered, like can't do anything, exhausted, all of these symptoms started to show up. And I noticed that it kept happening. Like a few times I think I did kind of think, oh, well, I'm not feeling very well, I shouldn't push my body. But when I noticed it kept happening now, I thought, hang on a minute here. Hang on. There's a pattern. There is a pattern. So one day I thought, right, for me to create change, I need to do something different, right? because that's the whole point of change. We can't keep doing the same things we've done again and again and again and expect a different outcome. We have to do something different. So I went through the process of having those thoughts. I recognized them. I had awareness around them. And then, as predicted, my body flared up. I had a headache. My muscles were aching. I thought, I can't be doing, crazy squat jumps and all of these things, with my body feeling like this. So what I actually did was I took some pain relief. And again, I'm not condoning anyone to do it or not do it or telling you to do it or advising you to do it. I'm giving my personal experience. I took some pain relief and I went and did the damn thing. I did the workout. What happened? I went through the workout. Okay, I may have had to stop a few times, but I persisted. I persisted through. At the end of that workout, after I'd caught my breath and recovered, I was so proud of myself. I was so pleased that I did it. And it's so true. Nobody ever regrets a workout. What we do often regret is not doing it. But I digress a little bit there. The point I'm trying to make is, so I did something different. I took pain relief to support my body so I could do the workout. So when it came to doing the next workout a few days later, I noticed that the thought process was there again, oh, I don't want to do this, talk myself out of it kind of thing. My body started to ache a little bit, but then it went and I did the workout. What happened on the next workout? The thought process was there and no physical symptoms. None that I can remember anyway that significantly impacted whether I could do the workout or not. What was happening is the more I persisted, the more I kept going through that resistance in the knowing that what was on the other side, because my brain had collected evidence, you see. Because I pushed through that one time with the workout, my brain then collected the evidence of actually when we do the workout, we feel great. Feel great. So the more I persisted and committed to doing the things that maybe I didn't really want to do because I was stuck in a rut, stuck in a routine of not doing stuff that was for my higher good, every time got easier and easier and easier. Now, I said this was years ago. Do I still today sometimes have that talk? Yes, I do. That inner talk that plays out, goes, oh, do you really want to do this? You didn't get a good sleep last night. You didn't do that. We can create so many excuses for ourselves, master's reasons, right? Yes, I do still have that inner talk sometimes, but what do? I don't listen to it. There's a big difference between that inner talk and intuition and higher knowing. Big difference, right? So I don't listen to it. It comes, it goes, and then I go, you know what? I can't wait to smash this workout because I know how I'm going to feel at the end of it. So the reason I wanted to give this example is because, again, as I go right back to the beginning, I notice a lot with clients that when they're going to create change, they can get sick or experience symptoms of sickness, right? So here's a really common thing. I can be on a call with a client. Everything is like high energy, excitement. My client is feeling clarity. She's feeling confidence in the call. She knows what strategy she's going to go forward with. Everything feels great. We've got this plan and it's going to work. The energy's there. But what happens is she goes to create this big, what feels like a perceived big step where she hasn't created that before. And the brain and the body go, oh, no, that's not safe. That's not safe. And I see it so often with women. They get sick or they experience some kind of unwellness that actually delays them in taking the action. But what I also see in a lot of women is they succumb to it. Oh, well, you know what? Maybe this wasn't meant to be. Maybe this is a sign from the universe that actually, I'm not meant to do this strategy. I'm not meant to go down this path. Maybe this just isn't for me. And we talk ourselves out of it. As opposed to saying, do you know what? I'm not feeling great this week. But you know what? As soon as this passes, I'm back on it. I am back on it. because I remember what it felt like in that call. I remember what it felt like to speak everything that I wanted, all of my desires, to know what strategy I need to take next. I'm on it. I remember that feeling, and we remember that feeling within our body. So my message to you is, if you are starting to create change and you're going, la-di-da-di-da, everything's really great, I'm on this high vibe, or, I'm super excited, life feels great, I know what I'm doing next, everything's in a great order and place in my life, and yep, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make this change, and this is going to feel great. And then all of a sudden, you are struck down with flu, or a cold, or you're just feeling generally unwell, or a stomach bug, or whatever it is you have. I want you to pay attention to it, and I want you to ask yourself, is this an actual sickness, or have I felt like this before? When have I felt like this before? See if you can see a pattern. Ask yourself, if every time I've gone to change something in my life, what happened? What happened? And it's not to sit in it, it's not to dig into it, it's to just have awareness that sometimes we reach a space that's called our upper limit, or our container, our energetic container, and our upper limit or our energetic container needs to expand, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable and it can be frightening for the body. Okay, but the more we allow ourselves to continue to expand, that is where our body adjusts to it. It becomes safe, it becomes the norm, and that's where you start to see the changes. So don't be put off if, you had this brilliant energy and mindset and strategy and everything was feeling great on the Monday. Then by the Tuesday, Wednesday time, you're sick in bed. Just allow yourself to be, nurture yourself. Know that this is perfectly normal and common, especially when you have been stuck in a certain way of being for years before that, and then get back on it when you are well enough. Okay? It doesn't always mean that it's not right for you. It just means sometimes that your body is adjusting. I hope that helps. If you know anyone that this would benefit, please feel free to share. If you have any questions, get in touch with me. I'd love to help you. But ultimately, keep going. And I'll speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.